message do you have for Malawi right now?
I know there's so much going on in Malawi. Sometimes I don't throw my opinion because if I see myself, I'm very, very close to each base. But anyway, what I can actually say now is like, I'm hoping the best, the best and the better Malawi for the future. And I'm actually hoping that the people that from now they are going to be able to take the government moving on, they are going to do the best, not for themselves, but for the Malawians. Because one thing I've actually learned now is I'm being proud that I've exercised and studied my politics in Europe, where I've actually learned a lot. Whereby here in politics, you don't go because you want to have financial gains. No. You don't even go because you want to clap hands for someone. And then when you clap hands for that person, they'll give you a position. Here, politics is politics. And even it actually gives you the best way of you working hard to become somebody, right? So I hope now the people that are going to take the government now moving in forward in the future, they are going to make their decision based on their presidency and based on their sense of humor and who they see what the nation is for them. Yes. They are not going to make the presidency based on the people that follow them. Yes. And they also have to be very, very careful for the people that they've surrounded them, where they get their advice. And the people that feed them every day, because these are the people that makes the presidential candidates to be viral people. Like I know the late Bingwa Mtarika, and I actually sat on the table with him. My friend Benny Kandawili can actually tell you that. But I don't know the professor, but I've heard so much about him. Right? He's a good man and all of that. And I even remember here in Ireland when I was sitting in one of the board meetings, somebody that he's been with in US, a doctor who is a friend of mine, described him as a very intelligent and smart man. But like now we hear all these stories just going around. It's not because of who he is, but the people that they've surrounded him. Absolutely. And now there are poor Malawians that are suffering. So Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, he's somebody that's coming from a church. A church is constitutioned by empathy and also God-loving. And how is he going to manage that when he moves forward to become a president, right? Dr. Saulos Klaus Chirima is somebody that I also know well. He was a young, ambitious guy that really loves people. And he's somebody that doesn't take shit. He doesn't take, somebody goes to him and like, blah, 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 blah. In those days, he was not somebody like that. So I hope he's going to maintain that and understand that poor Malawians, they need him to save them. Because as you are looking now for Malawi, this is not a 5-year issue or a 10-year issue. Yep. They can even actually go in the government themselves. Nothing is not going to change. And another thing, I'll also go back to the Malawians. For now, it's not about the president that comes and rule you. It's about the mentality of the change of the mindset. Because the change comes with a mindset. The president lives in the state house and head the nation. He goes about of the nation affairs. The president doesn't go in each houses to feed all of you, right? So I think if Malawians started seeing things like this, I know there is lesser opportunities in Malawi, but like there are other opportunities that cannot be created by the president, because we are a government that we rely on 90% of our funding comes from donations and funding. So what if we can just wake up and think like, what if our presidents, what if our political leaders today, they don't get that funding? What will happen to us as a community, as the country? So if we look things in that way, we will find a solution. In Nigeria, these things happened 50, 60 years ago. In Kenya, all around, in Uganda, and Malawian people, they should now start learning history and understanding the affairs of others, because it will help to shape our future, right? Absolutely. Yeah. So if we can start like now, plants of electricity, plants of water, they're being run by people, private people. We have a lot of Malawians that are in this diaspora, that every day, some of them, their job is to wake up and being on the social media and mislead people. And I'll say that direct and mislead people. We tell people, because we are in Europe, we actually want to make Malawians who are back home, that we are better than them. While here, sometimes we are even carrying these hot bricks, like the time of God, whereby the Moses carried the hot bricks. And even the bed that we are sleeping, people back home can just say, right? But because we have that opportunity and we have the language and we are sitting at the back of the computer, we write everything that we want instead of us working so hard, make a lot of money, go back home, do stuff that is gonna bless our communities, like build hospitals, try to take over the plants of the plants of the government, like water plants, electricity plants, start running all those things, because now all these donors, they won't come through government, they will come through us, So these are the things that we really need to start learning. And I think our mindset and the mindset of like, like I'm better, me, I can speak and people listen. I'll have like 600 likes of Malawians coming to us when we are telling them rubbish. I think we should actually also stop doing that, because people are dying in Malawi. People are dying with hunger. You see young children in the streets with no education, with no food, Those kids, they need people like that. They need the pound that we are making here. They need the euro that we are making here. So as for now, I'm just playing that. I'm just really, really praying that, anyone who's going to get the government on the 2nd of, is it 2nd of June or 2nd of July, they are going to practice in a very empathic way, thinking of Malawians. The donations that we get in Malawi, it's less. That's why when we get this money into our government, when the politicians get in, when they took everything off, there is nothing left for the country.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we need to start looking, we need to start looking more and further than what we are seeing now. It's not only our politicians, because the power is in people's hands. Yes. And we should start all of this kind of like ganging up each other, breaking each other's businesses. Like there's a lot of, like in my growing up in Malawi, we will not hear that somebody has thrown a stone or like somebody has been killed in the area. It was something that never happened in Malawi, But now if you hear the stories, it's like, where is this Malawi? Like, I mean, who are these people? You get what I'm saying? So we love our country. Malawians, we are good people. We are very royal. Even here, they love us because of the story that we have. And we can actually do better than, what's going on right now. So anyway, I wish them all the best.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I also want to congratulate Daud Suleiman for the good work. He is working day and night to make sure that Malawi is going to be a good country, and keep doing great things. And I ask all the Malawians also to support him and pray for him as well, so that he can have the strength, because the young man is going city to city to try to raise awareness and also to see that Malawi is going to be a better place. So Daud Suleiman, congratulations, and continue doing the great work. And Ellie, I'm so honored to have you here. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best in everything you do. I'm so proud of you. You are a Malawian sister that is doing great, especially here in Ireland. I'm so honored. And continue doing the great work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, and you have a great night, and I'll catch up with you soon.